Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Muhammad Ibrahim. I welcome you all to my series Life of an International Student in the USA. Today in the second episode, I will talk about what international students need to know for their first travel to the USA. As you are preparing for your travel, one of the questions that may come to your mind is how much money you need to carry with you to pay your first month expenses. I would say it will depend how you are going to finance your study. If you are a self-funded undergraduate or graduate student, I think by this time you know how much will be your semester fees because you need to pay a lot. But if you are a graduate student who received research or teaching assistantship or any other fellowship, in most cases your tuition fees will be waived. However, you still need to pay a certain amount of fees, and these fees vary from department to department and from university to university. So there is no exact amount that I can tell you. So you need to talk to someone in your department to get an idea about this mandatory fee. If I make an average of these mandatory fees, I would say for 6 to 9 credit hours of coursework, you may need to pay a fee which can be $1,000 to $2,000. Again, this is just an average. It may vary from institutions to institutions. So now, if you know this mandatory fee, you add this mandatory fee with your first month living expenses, other living expenses like house rent, food cost, transportation, etc., and then you decide how much money you need to carry. So you also need to be mindful that your country has a limitation of the cash amount that you can carry with you. For example, if you are a Bangladeshi citizen, the Bangladesh government will allow you to carry $10,000 with you, so you cannot carry more than that. But again, if you are a graduate student, you do not need to carry actually such a big amount. You will be paid after your first month, so you can cover your expenses with your salary after your first month. Now it's time to prepare your baggage for your travel. If you have already purchased the ticket, check the baggage policy of your carrier. If your ticket is an economy class ticket, most of the airlines will allow you to carry 2 check-in luggage, 1 carry-on bag that you can carry with you, and the check-in baggage you will give it to them at the airport. And also you can have a backpack or a purse with you. So major airlines like Turkish Airways, Qatar Airlines, Fly Emirates, their maximum weight limit for the check-in luggage is 23 kilogram, and for carry-on bag it is 7 or 8 kilogram. And for backpack or purse, they expect that it should be very light in weight. Make sure to weigh your baggage before you head out to the airport. The airlines are very strict with the baggage policy. If you exceed the weight limit, you may need to pay extra fees for your baggage. So I will definitely not recommend doing that. So you weigh the baggage before you head out to the airport. Next thing that you need to check if you have all the necessary documents with you, like your passport, your ticket, I-20, your certificates. These are very important documents that you need to carry with you. So keep those essential, these necessary documents in your backpack, or you can have a small bag to keep your I-20 and passport. These are the two documents that you need to show so often in the airports. So it is better to keep these two documents handy always. Also, do not put any precious items like jewelry items, any electronic equipment. Do not put this in your check-in baggage. Always keep these important or the precious documents in your carry-on baggage. After preparing your baggage, now it's time to head out to the airport. I will tell you step by step what you will need to do at the airport. Before I address that, I would like to talk to you about another thing, which is managing your ride from the US airport to the place where you will be living in the USA. To manage your ride, you can talk to the International Student Office of your university. Sometimes they offer ride at the individual basis or in a group, or they may have shuttle services available for incoming international students. When I came here in the USA in 2014 at Purdue University, Fort Wayne, Indiana, they sent someone at the airport, and he was standing at the airport gate with my name written on a placard. So it was a very nice thing to see an unknown person waiting for me at the airport. I had to provide my flight information. I think it was 1 or 2 weeks before my departure. I provided them my flight information. So check with the International Student Office of your university, see if they have this kind of ride services for you. If not, you can talk to the student organizations of your country. I know that the Bangladesh Student Association and Indian Student Associations, they manage rides for the incoming students, and it is very common thing to do. If you do not know anyone from your country, you can ask it on Facebook groups like for Bangladeshi students we have higher study abroad, next stop USA. You can ask on these groups, and most likely you will find someone who came to your university before you. So last thing that you can do is if you cannot manage in these two ways, you can see the rates of Uber and Lyft services. If it is like in few kilometer distance, it will be very cheap, probably $10, $15, $25. But if you are landing in a airport which is, let's say, 1 hour or 2 hours driving distance, that it will be very expensive for you. In that case, you definitely need to think about it before you fly. Now I will talk about what you need to do at the airport. Upon arrival at the departure airport, you need to go through several steps, and these steps are pretty much similar in most of the countries. As an example, I will tell you what you need to do at the Dhaka Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport. When you are at the airport, come over to the second floor, get a card and put your baggage on the card. Now proceed to the gate area and show your passport to the gateman, and then enter into the airport and put your baggage on the rolling belt for inspection, and you yourself need to pass through the scanner. Once you are done with this inspection, you then need to proceed to the airline's baggage check-in area, and there you give your baggage. they will weigh your baggage. If it is within the limit, they will give you 2 tags for your 2 check-in luggage, and you will carry the hand carry bags with you. And once you are done here, you then need to go to the immigration check-in area. Before you enter into that area, you need to fill out a form, an information slip. You give your passport numbers and where you are going, this kind of information, and then you see an immigration officer. He or she will most likely see your passport. I mean, not most likely, obviously, they will see your passport, your I-20, and if they need other information, they may ask you for other documents, but these are the 2 documents they will see: passport and I-20. And they may ask you some basic questions like where you are going, what you will be doing, etc., and I'm sure you will easily pass this step. Once you are done with the immigration, you will enter into a waiting area, and you then look for the airlines gate, like which gate you need to go for boarding. Once you see the gate of the airlines boarding, you then proceed to the gate, and at the gate you need to go through another check-in. So they will again see your passport, and you need to put your bag on the rolling belt, and they will check everything, and then finally you will go to another waiting area. From there you will actually fly, you will get board on the airlines. Now I will tell you what you need to do during the layover time. If you are flying on Qatar Airways, you will have layover in Doha. If you are flying on Turkish Airways, you will have layover in Istanbul. And if you're going to fly on Emirates, you will have layover in Dubai airport. So during this layover, you need to keep eyes on your gate numbers. Sometimes they change the gates, sometimes also they change the flights, so keep eyes on these 2 things. And if your layover is long, let's say more than 12 hours, you may be qualified for the hotel stay, or you can also get a food voucher. So there is another thing that you need to keep in mind. If you are flying on Etihad, for example, in Middle East, if you did Etihad, your immigration check-in will be done at the Abu Dhabi airport. So you will do the US immigration at the Abu Dhabi airport, and then when you come at the US airport, you do not need to do the immigration. You just get your baggage and go. There are some airports in different countries, like several airports in Canada do the same. So, and also there are some in other countries, but in Middle East it is only done in Abu Dhabi airport. So if you are flying on Etihad Airlines, so you need to do the US immigration at the Abu Dhabi airport. I will talk about the US immigrations later. So I hope you will get your flight on time, and you will reach the US airport on time. Upon arrival at the US airport, first thing, let's say I assume that you have not done the US immigration, so you need to go to the US immigration, the Customs and Border Protection, the CBP or the TSA immigration officers. One thing I have not mentioned, during your flight they will give you a CBP form that you need to fill out while you are in the plane. But if you have not done that, you can do it once you arrived in the US airport. So during the immigration process, before I tell you what they're going to ask you, so you will see there are lines for the US citizen, US resident, green card holders, and foreign people. So you definitely need to stand in the line which is for the foreign people. So you go to the immigration officer. He or she will see your passport and I-20. These are the two documents they will check. Now they will ask you some basic questions in where you are going, what you will be doing. If you are landing in an airport which is far away from your university, they may ask you why you are coming here. For example, if you will be studying at Oklahoma State University and you are landing at the JFK airport, they may ask you why you are landing here, why not in Dallas or other airports. So you can answer, you can tell them their reason. So if you pass this immigration, you are fine. You go to the baggage area and you collect your baggage. So one interesting but sad thing can happen here is that they may escort you for a special interrogation. So they may escort you to the special room, and no one knows, most of the time no one knows why they are being escorted to a special room. I have heard people staying in that room from few hours to like 24 hours. A lot of people have gone through this special immigration process, and most of them have passed it. So if you are going to be someone who will be escorted for a special US immigration procedure, I would say just be calm and quiet, keep a smile on your face, and answer their questions as appropriately as you can, and do not bargain with them, because you know you have done everything in a legal way. You do not have any problem, so you should not face any problem at the airport, and most likely they will clear yourself, and then you will get your baggage. So in the baggage area, if you get your baggage, you just exit and you meet the person who is waiting for you. But if your baggage did not come on time, you go to the baggage claim area of the airlines and you give them your address, your US address, and then they will send your baggage to your address in few days. So I missed my baggage when I came, and they sent it I think after 2 days, and I received it at home. So and I finally you get the ride and you reach your place in the USA. I hope this discussion was helpful. If you know people who will be flying to the USA soon, feel free to share this video with them. Let me know what you want to listen in my next episodes. I will be happy to address your questions, your concerns, and whatever you need to know from me. Feel free to leave your comment in the comment sections and let me know how you liked this video. With that, I would like to finish for today. I will see you in the next episode. Bye.